them, but I duly acknowledge them. I knew you wanted to come here with a slide to share with you guys, but not to worry. There's sufficient information to share with you. All right. Thank you very much for having me here once again.
Okay.
Please let me know if you want me to start, if you want me to go ahead. Just give me the
Okay.
cue and we'll comment. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. We are excited to have you with us this evening. So I'm just going to read your bio and then you comments.
All
So
right, great.
tonight we are having Mr. George Odiana as our mentor, and he's going to be taking us on standout through networking. George is a product leader with over 10 years of experience turning product vision into measurable business growth across fintech, e-commerce, energy, and mobility in high growth companies globally. He has delivered revenue generating products and new market launches across EMEA, APAC, MENA, and LATAM markets, driving adoption for over 100 million users and creating meaningful impact at scale. He has led global cross functional teams to consistently hit ambitious revenue targets, accelerate customer growth, and expand across multiple product lines and vertical turning strategy into outcomes that move the business forward. He's also looking to join and collaborate with world-class teams that are ready to build something significant. And tonight, Mr. George is going to be taking us on standout through networking. Some people walk into a room and instantly they leave a mark, not because they are the loudest, but because they connect with intention, clarity, and authenticity. So this session is going to reveal the subtle art behind unforgettable first impressions and lasting relationships. It's going to uncover how outstanding networking skills can quietly set you apart, even in ways that your credentials wouldn't. So rather than teaching transactional networking, this section is going to explore how to build a presence that people naturally gravitate towards, thereby turning meaningful conversations into open doors, champions, and opportunities that elevate your journey. So please let's welcome our speaker for tonight, Mr. George Odiana, a technology entrepreneur and social impact leader. Please unmute your mic and say you are welcome, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
All right.
You're welcome, sir.
Very much. I see the applause. I see the applause. Thank you very
Welcome, sir.
Welcome, sir.
Welcome.
thank you. By the sound of the voices I'm hearing, I can tell that the demographic is pretty young. And first, I'd like to thank Mr. Nicholas and everyone who has put this together, right, for looking onto the younger generation. One of the things platforms like this help you do, please, I want to implore you maximize it, is that you can learn from the advantages of those that have gone ahead and also from the mistakes of those that have gone ahead. All right. So you're in the right place. All right. You're in the right place. And one of the proofs that you've gained mastery or you are taking lessons from the things that is being shared with you is that you are oftentimes 1 to 2 steps ahead compared to your contemporaries. All right. So please do well to juice out as much as you can from these sessions. So today we are talking about standing out through networking. While I joined in, I had a couple of persons saying something about what networking is, which is pretty interesting. Right? You hear things like your network is your net worth and things like that. Very fantastic buzzwords. But the topic today is largely focused on how you could build solid relationship, right? That can help you grow. Right? How that when you step into a room, you are witty enough, right? You're smart enough, you're intelligent enough to know how to get to the next person you want to reach out to, maybe for whatever it is. All right. I'll share a quick story. I think it was in the year 2019. I wanted to meet with Fela Drotre, right? So Fela Drotre was speaking at an event hosted by Google. I did a bit of photography, right? Sorry. So I went to the event. I was not invited. I was not paid to be one of the photographers, but I went there with my camera. All right. So I was taking pictures like how do I connect with the speakers in front? How do I do this? So I went there with my cameras and I stood at the back and I started taking pictures. I was not the official photographer. Nobody sent me. I was just like a guest, but came to that event and I was like, I need to connect with these guys. Right. So I started taking pictures from the back, pictures of the audience to start with. Then I met with the official photographer of the event. I was just saying, oh, I'm taking nice pictures. Like, oh, nice camera. Right. I told him nice camera. I was like, yeah, this is good. Because he stood from behind with a 70 to 200 lens. I was taking pictures right from where he was behind. My small camera could not take pictures so crisp and nice, right? But I started taking pictures. Then I began to build confidence gradually. And this was a major event. Then I went forward gradually. Then I went to the front, started taking pictures of Fela Durete, taking pictures of Kemi Adetiba, pictures of all the hosts, Kanakan. And so I realized that, wait, if you have a camera, you can literally go almost anywhere and nobody might stop you, right? They just assume you are part of the crew or part of the event, right? And the next step was take this picture, show a Fela Durete after the event. Hello, sir, I took these pictures during the event. I hope you love them. Are you seeing what I'm doing here? What I'm trying to say here is this, that when it comes to networking, right, make sure you are putting value upfront. All right. This is why the people you're looking forward to reach out to, all right, you need them at their area of influence. I'll say that again. You need them at their area of influence, but you need to meet them at their area of interest. And when I say interest, I'm also referring to pain points. All right. Because they want to make their life easy. Listen, nobody up there is trying to help you come up. Just have that at the back of your mind, right? Oftentimes, they are very, very busy people. I mean, if you've read my profile, we work with global companies trying to solve major revenue, mission critical problems, major revenue growth. Those are things we're thinking about, right? Nobody is there to say, oh, I'm committed to your life, except you have shown that you are committed to their area of interest. So you can get value at their area of influence. All right. Say, for example, you take a picture of a lady. The next thing she likes to see is, show me, I want to see. All right. So I use the same strategy to say, I need to meet this person. And this may not always work. There are different strategies and different approaches, right? But what you want to do is to stand out from the crowd. 1,001 persons will meet them on that day to say, hello, sir, you inspire me. Please, can I get your phone number? Or can I do this? Can I do that? I feel what I'm saying, right? What can I do to make me stand out from 110 persons that have gone to reach out to this individual? Value up front. Do something nobody else is doing. All right. For me, it was taking that picture, right, and then send it via email to say, or via social media channel and say, hello, sir, I was at this event. You inspired me so much. You had some of the pictures I took. I hope you love them. That sticks. From 1,001 persons that have gone to meet him to say, hello, I'm interested. Please be my mentor and all of that. All right. So you need to learn to stand out and look out for creative ways to stand out. One other way to stand out. This is just initial in getting yourself out there. This is you putting yourself out there. This is first introduction in the midst of 1,001 person. How can I do something that is memorable that they will not forget, that every other person will not forget? All right. Say you're going for an event. And for example, an event like this, think of a very, very important question you think this speaker is going to be talking about that you would like to ask. And also research the speakers, go on their LinkedIn profile, right? Maybe they just published something recently, or maybe they just changed jobs. Such that when you're asking that question at that event, the first thing you are saying is, first, my name is so and so. Thank you so much for this session. And also, congratulations on a new job or something like that, right? They're like, oh, this person looked me up. All right. They've already picked interest in you. They're like, oh, this person does their research. Not many persons will do that. So in the little things, learn to stand out. This is first you putting yourself out there. You've not even of value. You don't even know who you are, but you're doing something different that helps you stand out. And this is why your network can open doors your CV cannot. Your network can open doors your CV cannot. As simple as, oh, I know this person. Oh, I can vouch for this person, right? Oh, I met this person at the event. Yeah, I mean, not knowing that well, but you're like, yeah, it's for me, it's for me. Yeah, we've spoken once or twice, yeah, and I think it's intelligent, it's good enough, right? So you need to learn to build your network, and to build it correctly, you need to first learn how to stand out. Because we get, I mean, loads of messages on LinkedIn, loads of messages from different, oh, please mentor me to this, to that. People are very busy. All right. So you need to do something that sticks, something that's done. You need to look out for creative ways to get yourself out of the door. All right. Right. We've heard stories of, oh, nice tie, nice this. While that is cool, I think it's sometimes abused. When people say that, people are like, oh, this person wants money from me already, right? So you need to think about creative. And one of the creative ways is to bring value up front. Find the area of interest. Find the area of interest or an area of pinpoint or whatever, right? Why do you think people go to Ikoyi Golf Club? Do you know how much people spend to just go? It's just for networking because they know that certain individuals will be there. I'm willing to spend 2 million naira a month to register, right? Just to go play golf that I may not even play once. But I know that once we are talking, we are drinking, we are chilling, or we're having those conversations. And oftentimes that's where most of these business decisions happen. All right. That's where most of the business decisions happen. All right. So it's important that you learn to stand out, find something creative, all right, that can be a leverage for you when you network, when you try to reach out to people. And also there's several layers of networking. There's horizontal networking, right? These are people you need, similar to your peers who are, so to speak, in the struggle. You're growing together, you're building together. There is some resource they have that you need. There is some ideas or some relationship you think, oh, this person is great in this area, I can leverage this person. But the question you're asking yourself is, what is this person's area of interest? And how can I bring value to that? What's this person's area of need? How can I bring value to that? Because you want this relationship to be symbiotic. All right. Let me put it out there. Everybody wants something out of every relationship. All right. They want something out of it. I mean, it is honest to want something out of it because you're investing your time, you're investing. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not the abuse of people using people, no. But when people have clear expectations, like, oh, yeah, we can work together, definitely. But before they even say these are the things I'm considering, right? Why you should also ask to clarify, go do your research. All right. Go do your research. Remember, it should be symbiotic. You are bringing something to the table. All right. And you don't need to have that thing now. Is you working yourself up, understanding, oh, this is this person of value. I'm willing to go learn, take a course, or say, oh, I'm happy to be your personal PA or something like that, right? So you can learn, so you can use value because there are several things we don't post on social media that is in that conversion of, what are you doing today? Oh, yeah, I was speaking with this person. There's this opportunity. I don't know if you're available for it. What are you doing now, right? There are several jobs that don't go on job ban. All right. But we just, hey, I mean, this could be something you might be interested in. But because you've offered value, you've shown relevance. For example, there was a client I was working with, um, an international client. It was during COVID. I was working on a couple of projects, and this person decided, okay, since it's going to take loads of time to get this done, we're going to get a place for you in VI. You're going to lodge there, anything you want. There's a chef. I mean, every morning like this, I do. Chef will just come. Hello, sir. What every Monday? So, what do you want for this week? I'm like, wait, oh, there's life somewhere. Okay. Then I give him the list, and he goes to the market, and he just puts us in the refrigerator, and he's like, yeah, sir, anything you want is right there. If you want anything fresh, because it comes Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, right? If you want any fresh, just let him know. He's sorting it out. But all because I was working on this project. And how did I get that project? I was working in a place at some point where they needed somebody to be like, oh, please come and help this person get this done, right? And the way I delivered value to this client, the person was like, oh, let me get a number. Oh, once upon a time, let's catch up, and that was how I got that gig. But it's by delivering value. You must bring something to the table. From few conversations, I can tell if somebody is going to be a leech. This one's just going to waste my time. Just by the way the person speaks. Right? Oftentimes, the last thing you should ask for is a phone number. But bring value, bring value. Oh, I see that you find this interesting, right? This is just you introducing yourself. This is me getting to know you. This is you just standing out to say, just standing out to speak. By the questions you ask, right? By the way you communicate and carry yourself, I can tell if I even want you to be in my circle. So that's very important. That's very important, right? And also, just want to put it out there, the persons you want to reach, right? It's okay if they reject you and say, no, I'm too busy. Or, no, it's okay. You'll get lots of no's, but you just need that one yes or two yeses, right? To just take you on a journey or a trajectory of growth. All right. So learn to show genuine interest in people and add value, add value, add value, add value, add value. There was someone I wanted to connect with, all right, several years ago. So this guy was doing great stuff. So I realized he was hosting an event. Then I reached out to him like, I'd like to volunteer for this event. Today we are very good friends. But it all started with, I'd like to volunteer for your event. Right? I showed up early, all dressed up, and I was like, we need to get this done. I was just offering value. I was not, but through that, I was like, this guy seems like a solid guy. This guy seemed like a solid guy. Then we continued, and suddenly we are very good friends, and we've done lots of things together. We even started the company together at some point, right? Eventually sold the company, but it all started with me saying, "No, I see value here. How can I contribute? How can I add? How can I make sure that it's a value exchange?" So think about the person you want to reach out to, right? This is an assignment for every one of us. Think about the person you want to reach out to that you think is within your reach. All right. Now, while you can shoot for the stars, right? Also look at someone that is maybe next level or two tier ahead of you, right? That you think, yeah, I believe this person is a similar career path as I am or as I desire, right? How can I reach out to this person? What can I do up front? Is it liking their LinkedIn post and commenting, right? They make a very fantastic post on LinkedIn. Why not do your research and respond intelligently? Not just like write a very interesting comment, right? Maybe they made a post about, say, for example, macroeconomics in Nigeria and how inflation has increased, or say, I'll try to avoid that political as much as possible, but go do your research, come up with stats to say, yes, I pretty much agree with you on this subject, and this stats validates your point, right? And if you think maybe you have a contrary opinion, please feel free to raise it, but have that conversation respectfully. Say, I agree with XYZ, but maybe I see things differently on line number 3, and it is due to XYZ stats. Respectfully engage, right? Then they may go look at your profile and say, who's this person? Do you get? Not for sure knowledge, because you know you are going somewhere. All right. Yeah. But just respond, like, comment. Do that 2-3 times. I want to believe that they'll be like, for me personally, if someone has done that to me 3 times, I want to look at this person profile. Who's this person? Hmm. And sometimes we just said, okay, I'll follow you. Yeah, you sound like someone that matches my energy. All right. Yeah. Just do that. 2 tiers above you. Just go reach out to somebody and be like, yeah, I think I like this person. I like what he's doing. Comment, respond intelligently to their post. And that would draw interest. Right. And also on the side, you're building yourself, you're growing yourself. Like I said, people want people who add value to them. All right. People want people who add value to them. But then the area of influence and the area of interest. But for those of us who are, so to speak, downlinks, right, reach out to them in their area of interest, and they'll be helpful to you in their area of influence. Before I jump on to talk about that subject matter, I'd like to know if there's any question in the house, right? I want to make this as practical as possible. Any question in the house? Any thoughts? Any thoughts? Are there people here? I hope I'm not talking to myself.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
All right, all right. Any thoughts? Any question before we continue?
Please, if you have a question, can you speak or you raise your hand or you drop the question in the chat box? Thank
All right.
you.
LinkedIn just notified me that two people have come to view my profile. See, some very smart people have done it. All right. Any thoughts before we continue?
Okay, none for now, sir. I believe along the line, when they have questions, they'll raise their hand or they'll drop it in the chat box. You can continue, sir. Thank you.
All right. Great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, one of the key things I want you to take out from this session, all right, is that you become better strategic when you're reaching out to people. All right, when you want to network. All right, be very, very strategic. And also, networking is a long term game. It's a long term game. It's a long term game. I say so because sometimes you may need to consistently offer value while you're also growing yourself. All right. Say, for example, I tried to reach out to a Tony Lumelu, right? It's far away, even to me, right? I've done stuff, but I'm not Tony Lumelu level, right? They're He's like 4 tiers or 10 tiers above me, right? My if I intend to go into banking or some sort of financial in the financial sector, and I am eyeing some sort of that position, right? What I'll be doing now is to understand what are 2 tiers below Tony, right? And how can I build relationship at that level while also building myself? Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm not just trying to network. I'm also building myself such that it gets to the point where Uncle Tony may be the one to reach out, say, hey, I see what you're doing. Do you get what I'm saying? Right? There are some persons that may not reach you now, and it's simply because maybe they've not found value in what you're doing, right? But promise yourself that you build so much capacity that they might be the one to reach out to you, or something like, oh, I've heard of this young kid in the block that's doing this, or this guy that started this new fintech company and they just raised $200 million or something like that, right? It's like, yeah, okay, tell me more about him. All right. So be strategic and play the long term game. Play the long term game, right? That's very crucial because you may not find value now in from the area of influence. It may take 2, 3 years. All right. A friend of mine was sharing with me how MDs of bank attended his wedding. And that's interesting, right? That a bank MD will find 30 minutes out of their schedule to show up at an event that you're hosting. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. All right. It's a big deal. So play the long term game and consistently do well to offer value. Um, great, great. So I've highlighted like critical ways or some strategies you can leverage, right? And you can come up with your own ways of how you intend to reach people at events, online, offline, whether it's a tier above you, right? Whether it's 5 to 10 tiers above you, similar approach. Make sure that value exchange is what you have in mind or at heart, and be genuinely interested in people while also building yourself. All right. I think I'm done with high level what I intended to talk about today. I believe this will encourage you to stand out, to do something differently as you go on your networking journey, right? Before we call it a wrap and I hand over the mic to or the floor to the host, I'd like to know if there are any questions before we continue.
Okay, Queen Gifts, you can ask your question.
Good evening, sir. Thank you very much for the section. So,
Is this
my question is, can you hear me, sir?
yes. Sorry, what's your full name?
Honor Jacqueline Gift.
All right, all right. I'm asking because someone just liked my post, and I'm like, okay, some people are practicing what they're hearing. All right, can we go ahead?
All right, thank you, sir. So, my question is, if we had a chance to connect with some person, which is networking, and those person are highly placed persons, so how do we keep the like the what's it called, the networking, um or what should I use, like the networking trend, how do we keep it flowing? So maybe probably the current state someone is, we don't need the person at that moment, but you're looking towards something in the future, or probably few in some few time to come, and you want to keep that person. So how do we keep the person so we don't lose those persons who've been able to gain access to? That's my question.
All right, thank you very much. So, like I said, it's sorry before I answer this question. Is there any other person with a question, comment, anything before I take this? All right, I'll presume there's none. Well,
Okay,
fantastic.
sir. Sorry,
I have
there's
raised my
one.
hand though.
Okay, please kindly share.
Okay, good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. My name is my name is Jones Solomon. I want to ask a follow-up question from the last person that just asked the
All right,
question. From my personal experience, I've had to, network with people that are not just two steps ahead of me, like 10 steps ahead of me, but I have issues with greasing the relationship. Most often, I don't know what to tell them at some point. I don't know how to reach out to them, maybe after first or second meeting and all of that. And at the same time, I don't want to reach out when I have issues or something they can resolve for me. And in the end, I do lose those kind of contact and relationship. So what can be done to
all right,
sustain the relationship?
all right. Great, thank you very much. Um, so you've asked a very interesting question. It's more around how do I sustain or make this relationship long term. All right. One of the things I've learned early in life, as someone who is a leader, right, as someone who is leadership driven, when you meet people like that, the last thing you want to ask for is money. Is money. Because most people call these people most times, and it's like, grandma swallowed spoon. We need this money, right? People call them, well, my wife is pregnant. I need money, right? The last thing you want to ask for is money. It's not because you don't need money, right? But don't never, most likely never ask them for money. Focus on offering value. Rather do something that offer a service that they pay you for than a gift of okay, I need to buy a shoe, I need to get a dress, and I need money. No, rather do something. Be like, oh yeah, I'm working on this project. Don't know if it's something you're interested in, or I build websites, right? I don't know if you need one or know someone that does that, right? Do you get what I'm saying? One of the challenge we have in sourcing relationship, because sometimes from the second visit you're already asking them for I think something like can I get like 2K from you for immediately that happens, me, I just switch off. All right. I may give you the money and I just shut that door and be like, okay, never again. Because there's much more to offer than 2K. Are you following me? There's much more to offer than 2K, right? I'm trying to vet who is this person, what's this person after, while I'm teaching the person, this person responding to my teachings, right? This person is showing work. This person come back and say, okay, yeah. Oh, I've spoken to this person after we spoke 2 weeks ago, and this is the progress I've seen. I'd like to know if there's any thoughts you like to contribute or something like that, right? Or what you consider to be best practice going forward. Do you get what I'm saying? Right? When I see true interest and true passion for personal development and growth, I can then invest in this individual. I'll be like, okay, before you even ask me, right? I'm 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 in tune with my own frequency to know that okay, yeah, I need to give this person 20K to go do this. Or maybe there's a course. Don't worry, go for it, I'll sponsor it. Right? I want to give you money for an education that will help you grow than tell me you need to buy a shoe or you need to change your phone or your uncle. I remember someone asked me for, oh, the person said I think my sister or something is getting married. And they said we should gather, bring money for Asho, Ashoebi. I was so upset. Like, Ashoebi, are you calling me? Oh, goodness me. I was so upset. I was like, geez, this person thinking is very, 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 he needs help. All right. But I don't think we went past that conversation. And I didn't give the person the money because it was a very, very silly request in my books. All right. Don't ask for money. Find things they're interested in. Engage them because you want to grow. Engage them because you want to develop. All right. Say things like, oh, I'm currently working on this. Maybe I'm learning how to use AI to develop this. I'm currently taking a course on this, or I'm learning OpenClaw. Do you by any means require some form of automation of your task and things like that? Do things that makes their life easy. When they see that, oh, this person is truly interested in relieving me of work or making my life easier. Do you get what I'm saying? Then they okay. Don't send them an SPPD or broadcast open heavens. No, they love the Lord, I know, but that's not how to reach out to them or maintain relationship. All right, they're speaking at an event. Or let them know. Oh, I see you speaking at an event. I'm going to show up. I've registered already. Do you need anything I could possibly help with? Do you get what I'm saying? Do you need anything I could possibly help with? Just say, okay, this person seems to make my life easy. Okay, that's fantastic, right? Okay, yeah, come around. Meet me at XYZ Hotel. You could join my protocol. Make sure I'll Femi's going to reach out to you. My PA is going to tell you the dress code, and just work with me. And this person is going to shake the governor, and you are there with him as though you are one of his protocols because you are finding ways to make their life easier. And then you are learning things. There are things they will not put on social media, there are things we will not tell you in public. All right. But when we're having those simple conversations with our bodies and we are chatting, right? You are there. You are carrying the bag, you're holding the file, you are listening in. Do you get what I'm saying? You are investing in that relation because I know that okay, this person is serious. He's looking for. He's not just saying I want to gen 2K. That's one way to sustain that relationship. Offer value up front. Show that you are concerned about your own growth, but you're concerned about also making their life easier. For example, this is Nick Cobb. After now, someone is saying, "Sir, when are you having the next session? I would like to volunteer to do this." All right. Oh, I'm learning social media. I would like to be the one to help you push this event forward, right? Do you get what I'm saying? Publish. I'm gonna tell people to tweet and retweet. Are you follow what I'm saying? You're trying to offer value. You're trying to show that, oh, I'm learning this now. How can I be of help? I remember meeting, oh, I said surprise you. I remember meeting Pastor Podri. How did I get to connect with him? Right. It was simply hosting like young professionals bootcamp. I was like, fantastic. This is an opportunity to be within his space. All right. Then I registered. Then we having get together at some point. He showed up. Find things they're interested in and just be there. Be there. When they see you 2, 3 times, they will okay, pick this face. For example, when I left my former organization to general organization, I told you I do photography, right? And when you're a photographer, you stand up, you take pictures. Okay, good. And I pictured it because I was like, oh, this is fun, nice hobby, right? Not that I'm a professional photographer or anything, but There's a company, you might know the company, Venture Garden Group. They used to have, I think they still do. They used to have like Business Analyst Community of Nigeria, right? They used to host events at intervals. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll like to attend this event because I wanted to work at the organization, right? It's called the Vibranium Valley of Africa, just like our Silicon Valley in the United States. So I attended the event. I went with my camera. I was taking pictures, edited it, and sent it to the lead and be like, oh, yeah, I took pictures of the event. All right. Here we go. The next time they have a recruitment session, because I'd used that point to build relationship with them. They were like, when I showed up on interview, they were like, oh, I know this guy. And we were talking like friends during those interview sessions. All right. So it was more or less like, oh, I found, like, when are you coming to join us? Oh, no, don't worry. Because I'd built solid relationship and I'd offered value from the start. All right. I'd shown that, oh, I'm willing to help. I'm willing to, and it was honest help, right? That even if I didn't get a job or not, like, it didn't, I mean, while I wanted it, right, it will still be cool. But I'd put in my best foot forward. I'd put a face to them. Oh, that's the guy that used to, I mean, it was like, you're one of us already. That's how it felt. All right. So, and also my recommendation is for someone you need 10 years down the line, start building relationship now. It may not be solid initially, right? Because people that are 10 tiers above you, it's a stretch, honestly. All right. Start with 2 tiers above you that I know I can confidently speak. But I'm not saying you should cut yourself short, right? Anything can happen, but take it one step at a time is my recommendation. And once you just keep growing, there's, you see, 10 tiers above you there's a different kind of person you ought to be there. There's a different kind of person. There's a whole lot we don't know now. That as you grow, you'll be like, wow, 5 years ago, I didn't know all of these things, right? But now I'm a way better person. Because you've layers have come off you, right? A newer person is emerging. There's a version of you that needs to show up that can match engaging someone who is 10 tiers above you. You must have gone through the second tier, the fourth tier, the fifth tier, the sixth tier, the eighth tier to be like, okay, here we can talk. All right. One of the things I would like you to learn numbers, right? Learn how to communicate in numbers. Please, it's very important, right? When you're engaging with somebody, tell them stats, right? And to do that, you need to be confident with doing your research. Tell them stats. Or, yeah, I've read this, or this publication says XYZ, right? That in 2027 or 2030, that this is what's going to be happening. Do you get what I'm saying? When you begin to talk like that, right? People would give you a year to be like, okay. You will not know everything, though, right? But just like people talk football and say, oh, in 1972, it was Chelsea that won Premiership. I don't know if that's correct. I'm just saying. But talk like real numbers about, depending on your interest, right? It could be media, it could be anything. Start talking like that. So, yeah, I read the research and it says that in the next 5 years, this was going to happen. Or in 1980 something, this happened, and it happened in 2000, right? When you begin to talk like that, there's a kind of person that talks like that, is what I'm trying to say, right? It's someone who's well read. It's someone who have shown that they are concerned about what the future says, right? Leveraging patterns from the past, right? And they're able to make good and sound judgment. Do you get what I'm saying? Right? And that's the kind of person we want you to be at NICAP. That you're holistic in your approach, but you're also passionate about numbers, right? So learn numbers, learn how to talk in numbers, learn how to carry out simple research, right? And also learn how to communicate in your body language and everything, the way you talk, the way you dress, as simple as getting a train, cutting your fingernails, right? Just looking good and clean. Because it's oftentimes on 99% of your communication before you say anything. The way you look and just tell me, okay, do I want to be friends with this person or do I not? All right, so you need to go brush up your LinkedIn profile and look like somebody I should talk to. You get what I'm saying? Look like you mean business. All right. So work on those things. And you don't have to have lots of money to do that. All right. But inside your mind, you are like, I'm a CEO. In my mind, I'm an executive. I remember posting on my LinkedIn profile or my page some time ago that you are the CEO of your life. Start making executive decisions. Start thinking like that and start communicating like that. All right. Yeah, but also do the groundwork. I'm not saying you should put your CEO on your LinkedIn profile or because you're selling shoe, put the CEO. That's okay if you want to. But it's the thinking, it's the mindset that we're trying to shape here. All right. We've got about 2 minutes before 9 o'clock. I believe that I'll be able to answer a question and help you in some way. All right. Long-term relationship takes time. And it can be painstaking. But when you're offering value, yeah, you know you're going somewhere. You are evolving, you'll be changing, right? Yeah, and I've shared with you a couple of approaches you could take to help you on that journey. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, Mr. Nicholas. Thank you. Thank you everyone for showing up today. Yeah, I think that answers your questions. If there are further questions, please feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn or reach out probably to the host. You could get to me, and with their permission, you could also reach out to me on LinkedIn if you care to. Thank you very much, Queen Gift. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you
Thank you
so
very much,
much.
Mercy.
We are very grateful.
I'm more grateful and
Yes,
appreciative.
sir.
Thank you.
Okay, on behalf of Nico, we are saying thank you. God bless you, sir. Please, everyone unmute and say thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so
sir.
much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, the meeting officially comes to an end, everyone. Let's go to the general group and share the lessons we learned, and do have a lovely weekend.